So I am done with the embroidery for section, for my section 3 of Quilting Through the Seasons. So now at this point, all I'm going to do is finishing pressing these out. And look at this one. This was an hour of stitching. There's a lot of stitches here. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to use my press cloth from OESD to get all of those puckers out. Let me go grab it. So here it is. This is the OESD press cloth. I think they're still $5.99. They might be $6.99 at this point. And look at this. I mean, this thing's a hot mess, right? It's going to look amazing once I press it out. I'm going to separate these two. This one, I'm going to cut about 1/2 inch from the trim line. Just going to put this face down and let's moisten it up with some Best Press. My iron's nice and hot, and I'm just going to go back and forth this way first. And then we'll press this way. And look how nice and flat it's laying. And part of the reason for that is because I want to get these out. Is because it presses, oh my God. This is why I don't worry about it. See how it pressed it all in there? And it looks amazing. And now you're just going to fussy cut to the pink line. And it's not going to be right on it. It's going to be fine and amazing. All right, this one too, same thing. I'll open it up because this is a bigger one, right? And then I'm going to look at the instructions for trimming this one. One last time, my inclination is to just put the ruler around the pink trim line, or it's the tack down really. Gonna flip it, do this side. No, go away, menace. I can't let them in. They'll be so evil in here. Okay, once you have it laying nice and flat, and look, maybe I'll give it a little press right here from the front. Okay. Looks good. Okay, let's trim these. I already trimmed the rest of them. I did that because we had so much downtime with the embroideries. Yeah, I think we did them all. This one right here, this is going to be, I think 4.5 by something. Let me grab my 4.5 inch ruler. Is it 4.5 by 8.5? Let me grab some rulers. So this one here, Life is Sweet, 4.5 by 8.5. I have this great 4.5 by 18.5 inch ruler, but I'm just gonna lay it down and fussy cut it, the 8.5 around the side and the top and the bottom, and 8.5. I'm about, I think that looks pretty good. That's 8.5. Okay, I think that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I'm going to cut 3 sides and then I'll cut the remaining side. Looks so cute. Here's my 8.5. My 8.5. Looks pretty darn good. Life is sweet. That is not quite 1/4 inch. So I think when we do our seam, it's going to encase those pink lines. And now we're going to do this one right here. Let's look at our instructions one last time. Yeah. If you look right here, it's going to be below that. Okay, I'm still growing out the bruises on my fingernails, so I know they look horrible. They're really embarrassing. But I'm just going to fussy cut it to the pink lines here. I'm going to use this ruler because this is 12.5. 12.5 by 8.5 is what we want. And we really do want to be about 1/4 inch from this bottom part. So because it sews it right by that seam or by the end of the satin stitch. So I'm going to focus on that. And I'm not going to worry as much about the very top. And I want an equal amount past the pink line on both the left and the right. And I think that looks pretty good. It's supposed to be 3 inches, 1, 2, 3 inches from that left side. And I am pretty darn happy. How's that look? Looks good to me. So I'm going to cut, there we go. Bottom, right, left. It's 3 inches from here, and it goes a little past the pink, but I go a little past the pink over here as well. And let's go ahead and cut. And let's give it one more cut from this direction. 8.5. Momo, no. Okay. And that one is trimmed. Much easier than all the to do. I mean, really, we just made sure it was about 1/4 inch from the bottom here, 3 inches from this side, and then we just trimmed. Okay, and this was, and it's 8.5 by 12.5, so this is 12 inches one direction. I just went to my 8.5 line. A lot easier than trying to use the pop ruler and follow all those directions. So here's the base. Let's go ahead and sew it all together. I'm going to convert my machine over to sewing, and I'm going to use my walking foot right here with my 1/4 inch flange. I'm going to put this on my machine. I'll see you over there. Oh, I think we already matched stuff up, didn't we? If not, let's do it right now. Section 3. We are going to do the bird. We did. We matched stuff. So this and this one right here. So this and these stripes. I'm going to just line those up, put them over here. I'm sewing on the right-hand side. I'm going to put it on my machine. Then we have this one we'll add in just a little bit. These two, bird and this one. And these two, I mean, it really doesn't make a difference, but it does want this one first with Life is, I mean, that is so amazing looking. Right hand side is where I'm going to sew. And then we'll add on these 3. But we're going to start with those. Okay, I'll see you at the machine. Okay, I'm in the sewing portion of my machine. I have my dual feed foot on. I like to stitch a center straight stitch, and I like to stitch a stitch length of 2.0. Another way to get there is you can just go up, and you're going to see right here is your piecing stitch. And when you touch that piecing stitch, oh, that's to the right. This one is center, and it's automatically going to put your stitch length to 2.0. Last way you could get there is you could go to your quilting stitches, and your quilting stitches, this one's center, and it's also automatically going to be 2.0. So any way you want to do it, you can do it. I normally just always stay in folder number 1. I like stitch 103, and I just manually make it 2.0. But you have choices, and your piecing stitches are 2.0 because they're assuming that you might be doing some chain piecing and that you want those stitches to be close together. So that's why they have them nice and close together. Okay, I'm going to be piecing with my Deco Bob. Sorry about that. Momo is barking out there because he wants to be with the one he loves. And that'd be me. And I'm ignoring him, so he's making lots of noise. Okay, I'm going to sew all of these together right-hand side. I am not pinning because these are bulky, so I don't want to be pushing around my fabric. I'm going to start with my needle down, and I'm going to abut my fabric to my needle. I have this set up to, I'm going to hold it here, let it lock the stitch, and then I'm going to let it sew. I'm filming. They're coming at me from all directions. Hello, son. I'm just going to sew a couple stitches off. I have my auto lift on. That is going to be this button right here. So we'll automatically lift the foot when I take my foot off the foot control if you turn that feature on. And next set, I'm going to let it lock, and then I'm going to let the feed dogs pull it through. Gorgeous. And then the last one. Take your time, be accurate. Be as accurate as you need to be for your heart to be happy. I don't always have to be completely accurate. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut. Let's go to the ironing station. Iron is on. It's on now. Cutting gizmo activated. And now let's go ahead and press these. Check them, make sure they're like gorgeous and that they're in the direction you need them to be. I'm going to go ahead and just press this seam open a little bit. We are going to press it again with my iron nice and hot. Oh, will it reach end to end? Yeah. And then clapper it. The clapper traps the heat between your mat and your wood block and into your pieced blocks. So everything lays nice and flat. Oh my goodness. Too cute. Let's do the next one. I've never watched. I should probably watch it sometime, right? I've never watched a Kimberbell video like the ones that they've done to see how they put all their stuff together. So what you see here is from my brain. Hopefully your projects come out okay. Okay, the last one. This one is really important to press because this is 2 of the pieced blocks, so it's a little bit bulky. Okay, what are we adding next? So we are going to add this to the base. I'm going to turn this so I know I'm stitching on the right hand side. I'm going to add this big old block here. This is square, so it doesn't really make a difference whichever direction, so I'm going to add that one. And this one goes like this, and then we're adding this one. And I'm going to turn it like this. Okay, let's go ahead and sew those together. These next to me. And I'm sewing to see how the edge of the quilted square doesn't go quite to the muslin. I'm sewing to the muslin. The muslin was cut 6.5 by 6.5. So it's always nice. I mean, if you're using no-show mesh, same thing. You'd be cutting to, because the square was a little bit small. But that didn't worry me at all because I knew I'd have the muslin there. A little bit off. Let's go ahead and line up our next set. I just love it when it all comes together and everything looks gorgeous. And that locking stitch in the beginning, that's me. I'm just holding it there because my feed dogs, the belt on the dual feed isn't engaged yet. But I mean, if once you feel the feed dogs and it's pulling, do not fight it. Let the feed dogs do the work for you. You don't want to fight it. That's how you knock your machine out of time. I'm not fighting it though. It just feels amazing. It's like, I feel amazing. Do with me what you want. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go and press. Cut those jump threads and let's press them out. And then collaborate. I have a couple different clappers. I have some mini ones. Thank you, Miss Lynn, that I love when I'm in the hoop. And then I have some big ones. And then I have this one, which is kind of my favorite. It usually suits me. But sometimes I need it a little bit bigger and sometimes I need it a little bit smaller. Here we go. Open up this one. Oh my goodness, we're almost done. And then I'm going to sew 2 to 3. Here we go. This one is done. This is going to get put together with the vase and the bird. Let me put this over here on the side. Alrighty, these two are going to get stitched together, this one and this one. I'm looking at this going, does this need Velcro on it? Is there something I missed? Filler block? Okay, but these two will get sewn together. Let me put this at my machine. I'm going to press this one out, and then this is going to go on the bottom. Okay, while that is clappering itself, I'm going to sew these two together, and then we'll press it and attach the bottom. So this is the base and then the side with the filler blocks. Needle down, that's just how I like to start. Sometimes I put the top one a smidge higher just because I feel like the foot can push a little. Okay, lock, 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 and then let it go. I don't have to push any buttons. I'm just letting the foot do the work for me. All right. Oop, that didn't cut for some reason. It sewed, but it didn't cut. That's okay. Just cut it manually. Here we go. Let's look at it first and make sure it looks as gorgeous as we think it's going to look. And it does. It looks spectacular. Oh my goodness, you're beautiful. You are beautiful. I was going to say no matter what you say, but what are they going to say? Everyone's going to say you're gorgeous. Because it is. Just gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to start here. And then I'll flip. And last but not least, we are going to attach this bottom part, and none of these seams have to match. So just match end to end. Let's go ahead and sew this on, and then we will press it out. And then let me grab section 2. We'll add section 2. Section 2. Look at section 2. Oh my goodness, this is going to just be unbelievable. Okay, gonna put that there. Let's put this here. If this speaks to you and you haven't gotten it yet, get it. Because I don't think they're going to be making any more of these kits. And there's not many left. I think I just reordered 2 more. Oh, hang on. Here we go. We ordered just a couple more. So I thought, oh my God, there's going to be somebody who sees it that just speaks to your heart. And just knowing that it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. I really thought this was going to be so scary. I have not started the embellishments yet. Maybe I'll still feel that way, but for right now, I don't. I feel like this has been so much fun to stitch out. Not stressful. Okay, I'm going to put on section 2. It's going to go on the top. So that was just section, oh, that was the bottom of section 3. So this is section 3. Here's section 2. This is big. 60 inches. And I still have to sew on the very top portion. So this is like perfect to just be a focal thing on one of the walls in your house. Let's make sure that when it's sewn together, it's right sides. It is. Okay. And do I have any matching seams here? I do not. That's a big plus. So you can just sew it together and not worry about it. Could it match any more perfectly? It's just coming together like a dream. Okay, let's press the bottom of section 3, and where 2 and 3 come together, I'm going to get the big clapper. Now we're covering some ground here. Let's get the big boy. Here we go. I don't even know who makes this one. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're all wonderful. Okay, here we go. This is section 2 to 3. Oh my goodness. This isn't even as long as it is. No, you guys can't come in. Okay, I'm going to give them a trial. They may or may not be able to stay. Okay, you be quiet. Hi. No, no. Take your paw down. Let's do this side. How can I say no to you? How can I say no? It's like Poppy and I are holding hands right now. Okay, let's go a little bit further up. Okay. Oh. Oh, uh-oh. Sorry. Sorry. Get down. Get down. Whoops. There goes my iron. Wait, watch out. Be careful. Be careful, puppy. Okay, sorry about that. Let me get the lights back on. Puppy's trying to climb on my lap. Okay, let's see. She is pushing my mat. Okay, we're almost done. Sorry about that. Can you see? No. No. Copy. Here we go. And now we have to take a peek, right? Here is section 2. Let's see if I can lay this out so you can see it. 2 and 3. Isn't that pretty? Sorry for the squeaky filming arm. But it is absolutely adorable. Can't wait to add section 1 and can't wait to start to add some of the embellishments. And this week I'll try and work on those borders. We'll see what we can get done with those. And that is it. That is the assembly of section 3. This is section 3 from the bird down. That's section 3 and attached to section 2. And there's section 2 right there. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like the video, please hit like and subscribe. It helps us somehow. And I will see you soon. Bye.